How's it going, guys? Hopefully you had a lovely Saturday. I know I did. We had some brilliant rugby on display. We had some crushing moments, and we had a real phenomenon happening. And I don't know where this has come from, because normally, because of things like the salary cap and so on, the Premiership is normally very, very competitive, right? You don't often tend to find these things happen, right? Where you have absolute run-throughs. What was it? Bath beat the Saracens 68-10. Northampton beat the Newcastle Falcons 61-0. And was it Harlequins and Leicester was 34-34. Now that one was a brilliant game. That is something I expect. That is kind of what you expect to see when you see Premiership sides go up against each other, because the quality's there. It's very competitive. There's not normally much gap. It's not like, for instance, the top 14 where Toulouse kind of reigns king. But what I'm trying to say is there were absolute runouts today, and it's not something you generally tend to find. Bath put in the bloody performance of a season up against the Saracens. 68-10, like, damn, that is not easy to do, on the best of days. But what a way to end their season. Well, end their year on an absolute smashing high. Like, that's a crazy, crazy high, especially up against the Saracens, right? Who's normally very physical, very, very organized. They managed to break him down time and time again. And it was just, we had some brilliant rugby on display over the weekend. Now, we had the Saints game, which I watched, and just wow. I mean, this really was from word go. It was from word go that they were just on the ball, attacking, quick, dynamic plays. The passing was intricate. Tommy Freeman had a brilliant game. Hendy had another good game. Saints, this is the kind of performances that I want to see from the Saints week in, week out, because they are capable of doing it, right? But this just kind of comes down to the Saints' inconsistency, right? They'll destroy teams 61-0, 45-10, and then what next week? Boom. They go and lose, and they can't even get 10 points on the board. They are so inconsistent right now, and it bloody kills me, because you don't know which Saints are going to show up. You're either going to get bottom of the table Saints, or you're going to get league winner Saints. So next season, the Saints will really, really have to pull up their socks, because the new year, the second half of the season, they really, really need to pull up their socks, because Sarries are going to be reeling from that loss, but they're going to come back. All these other teams are going to come back. Bristol are playing bloody ridiculous. The Sharks are playing bloody well. Bath, quite obviously, are playing top of their game. So there really is no space. There is no time for weakness. There is no space or time for weakness right now. So if the Saints want to have any chance of getting anything out of the season, they have to pull up their socks come the new year and really start pushing on. Use this win as that platform to say, look, we are contenders. We are winners. There's a reason why we won last year. And they better start bloody putting it to everybody, right? Obviously, it's a very big one. George Furbank being out injured. That's a massive blow. But it's not, it's made of 15 players, not one player, right? I know Furbank does have the ability to open games like it's, a hot knife slicing through butter, but that's no excuse. They still have players like Slytome, Freeman, the bloody list goes on. Like, we still have Warner Augustus for the remainder of the season. We still have a lot of players that, can really, really make a difference. I mean, you look at the performance that Pollock put in. That, I would say that first 10, 15 minutes that Henry Pollock put in kind of set set the tone for the game. It really, really set the tone for the game, right? Because he wanted that contact. He wanted to just smash people. And that's something you're finding less and less and less. And I absolutely love the way Pollock plays, because he just wants to get stuck in. He wants to gain that yards. And he did it so brilliantly. He did it so brilliantly yesterday. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant game. And then we have Leicester versus Harlequins, another beautiful game. Marcus Smith being as cheeky as always, playing well. Both teams were actually really, really on point. And this is what I say. This is the kind of performances and games that you expect to see in the Premiership. You know, tight games, heavily contested, a lot of back and forth, tries, conversions, you know, on point. You know, really, really tight games. And this game could have gone either way, but both teams, their defensive structures were good. You know, they made the most out of as many opportunities as they possibly can, and all round, this is the game where both teams actually played fucking well. Well, excuse my English. They played very, very well, but you know, no one came out as a winner, especially in that in that second half. So yeah, honestly, I didn't really watch the Harlequin games. I only caught the highlights. I would have been able to give a much more in-depth review, you can say. Videos will probably be coming out going through each game individually, but I would like to get my hands on the full match for the Harlequins versus Leicester before I make any like serious reviews on that. But yeah, look, brilliant game, brilliant weekend, and hopefully the Saints are able to pull up their socks in the second half of the season and really start pushing through. So guys, please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. If you guys do like this content, please, you know, hit that thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.